Mathematics is a game played according to certain simple rules, with meaningless marks on paper.
Z-score, and statistic to standard score is the number of standard deviation by which the overall score is above or below the mean value of what is being observed or measured. Row score above the mean have positive standard score, while those below the mean have negative standard score. A Z-score describes the position of a row score in terms of its distance from the mean. When measured in standard deviation unit, the Z-score is positive if the value lies above the mean and negative if it lies below the mean.
Measure of realistic position. Z-score. Z-score indicates how many standard deviations a data point is from the mean. It is calculated with the following formula. Z-score is equal to x minus mean over standard deviation. This is the example of using Z-scores. A consumer group tested a sample of 100 light bulbs. It found that the mean life expectancy of the bulbs was 842 hours, with a standard deviation of 90. One particular light bulb from the Durabright company had a Z-score of 1.2. What was the lifespan of the light bulb? Solution. Substitute the given values into the Z-score equation and solve for x. So we have the Z-score is 1.2. Our standard deviation is 90 and our mean is 842. So this is the formula. Z-score is equal to x minus mean over standard deviation. So 1.2 is equal to given value data x minus mean 842 over standard deviation 90. First, we have to multiply the 1.2 and the 90. So 90 times 1.2 is equal to 108. We have to copy the x minus 842. Then add to 108. 842 plus 108 is equal to 950x. So that the light bulb had a lifespan of 950 hours.
In statistics, percentiles are used to understand and interpret data. The end percentiles of a set of data is the value at which n% of the data is below it. Percentiles can be calculated using the formula of n is equals the quantity of p over 100 multiplied by n, where p is equals percentiles, n is equals to number of values in a given set, sorted from smallest to largest, and n is equals the ordinal rank of a given value. Percentiles are frequently used to understand t-scores and biometric measurements. Percentiles should be confused with percentage.
Good day, everyone. How are you feeling today? Are you great? The topic that was assigned to me, it's all about percentile. What is percentile? Percentile or a centile is a measure used in statistics indicating the value below which a given percentage of observations in a group of observations fall. Often, percentile and percentage are taken as one but both are different concepts. A percentage is where the fraction is considered as one term, while percentile is the value below the percentage found from the given data. In our day-to-day life, percentile formulas are usually helpful in finding the test scores or biometric measurements. What is percentile formula? The percentile formula is used when we need to compare the exact values or numbers over the other numbers from the given data, the accuracy of the number. Hence, the percentile formula is percentiles equals to n divide n times 100. Or the percentile of x is the ratio of the number of values below x to the total number of values multiplied by 100. The percentile formula is percentile is equal to number of values below x divided total number of values times 100, where small n is equal to ordinal rank of the given value or value below the number. Big N is equal to number of values in the data set. P is equals to percentile. Step 1. Arrange the data set in ascending order. Step 2. Count the number of values in the data set and represent it as R. Step 3. Calculate the value of Q divided by 100. Step 4. Multiply Q% by R. Step 5. If the answer is not a whole number, then rounding the number is required. If it is a whole number, continue to the next step. Step 6. Count the values in the dataset, find the mean, and the next number, the answer, the QTH percentile. Step 7. Count the value in the dataset. Once you reach that number, according to what we obtained in step 5, that is the QTH percentile. Example using percentile formula. Scores obtained by 10 students are 38, 47, 49, 58, 60, 65, 70, 79, 80, 92. Using the percentile formula, calculate the percentile for score 70. Scores obtained by students are 38, 47, 49, 58, 60, 65, 70, 79, 80, 92. Number of scores below 70 is equals to 6. Percentile of 70 is equal to 6 divided 10 times 100 is equal to 0.6 times 100 equals 60. Therefore, the percentile for score 70 is 6. Using percentile formula, percentile is equal to number of values below x divide total number of values times 100.
Math is the only place where truth and beauty means the same thing. Danica McKellar. Good day, everyone. I am Ysabella Britannico Badilla from BSED 1H. Today, we are going to discuss what is quartiles. So what is quartiles? The quartile measures the spread of values above and below the mean by dividing the distribution into 4 groups. A quartile divides data into 3 points, a lower quartile, median, and upper quartile, to form 4 groups of the dataset. The 3 numbers Q1, Q2, and Q3 that partition a rough dataset into 4 approximately equal groups are called the quartile of the data. For instance, for the dataset below, the values Q1 is equals to 11, Q2 is equals to 29, and Q3 is equals to 104 are the quartiles of the data. The quartile Q1 is called the first quartile. The quartile Q2 is called the second quartile. It is the median of the data. The quartile Q3 is called the third quartile. The following method of finding quartiles makes use of medians. These are the median procedure for finding quartiles. First is to rank the data. Second, find the median of the data. This is the second quartile Q2. The first quartile Q1 is the median of the data values less than Q2. The third quartile Q3 is the median of the data values greater than Q2. See next slide for some example. I hope you learned something. Again, this is Ysabella Britannico Badilla from BSED 1H.
Paano nga ba mahanap ang quartiles gamit ang median procedure? So, meron tayong 25 value set of sodas. So, ang gagawin natin, aayusin natin siya in ascending order. Ito yung kalalabasan niya. So, yung next step is, hahanapin natin kung alin doon yung pinakagitna ng 25. So, yung pinakagitna ng 25 is 13. yung value niya is 43. Kumbaga, siya yung center ng 25. So, ang next step, hanapin natin yung quartile 1 and quartile 3. Paano ba natin ma-determine yung quartile 1? So, ang gagawin natin is yung 6th term and 7th term, i-add natin. Tapos, i-divide natin sa 2. Yung magiging kalabasan, yun yung quartile 1. Example is sa quartile 1, yung 6th term and 7th term is both 39. I-add natin yon, tapos i-divide natin sa 2. Yung kinalabasan niya is 39 rin. So, yun yung quartile 1. Yun yung pinaka-quartile 1. Yung gagawin rin natin sa quartile 3 is the same din naman sa procedure nung ginawa natin sa quartile 1. So, paano ba yun ma-determine yung quartile 3? Yung gagawin natin sa quartile 3 is yung 19th term, tapos yung 20th term value. Yun yung i-add natin, tapos i-divide natin sa 2. Yung kalalabasan, yun yung magiging quartile 3. So, sa quartile 3, meron tayong 50, yun yung 19th term. Sa 20th term, meron naman tayong 53. I-divide natin sa 2, yung kalalabasan is 51.5. So, 51.5, yun na yung quartile 3.
Good day everyone, especially to you ma'am. I am Trishia Agbay from BSE 1H. I will discuss in front of you about a Box-and-Whisker class. So in descriptive statistics, a box plot or box plot, also known as Box-and-Whisker plot. It is a type of chart often used in explanatory data analysis. Box plots visually shows the distribution of numerical data and skewness through displaying the data quartiles or percentiles and average. Box plot shows the 5-number summary of data, including the minimum score, first lower quartile, median, third upper quartile, and maximum score. To understand Box-and-Whisker plots, you have to understand medians and quartiles of a data of set. The median is the middle number of a set of data or the average of the two numbers if there are an even number of data points. The median divides the data set into two parts, the upper set and the lower set. The lower quartile is the median of the lower half and the upper quartile is the median of the upper half. So I have an example finding the 5-number summary. A sample of 10 boxes and raisins has these weights here or in grams, which is given 25, 28, 29, 29, 30, 34, 35, 35, 37, and 38. So, step 1, order the data from smallest to largest. So, our data is already in order. Step 2, find the median. The median is the mean of the middle two numbers, which is 30 and 34. So, I have a formula, which is 30 plus 34 is divided into 2. 30 plus 34 is equals to 64 and divided it into 2 is equivalent to 32. So the median is 32. Step 3, find the quartiles. The first quartile is the median of the data points to the left of the median. So 25, 28, 29, 29, and 30, the first quartile is 29. The third quartile is the median of the data points to the right of the median. 34, 35, 35, 37, and 38. The third quartile is equals to 35. Step 4, complete the 5 numbers by finding the mean and the max. The mean is the smallest data point, which is 25. The max is the largest point, which is 38. So the 5-number summary is 25, 29, 32, 35, and 38. Thank you.